I play with them more for the vibe than the practice.
Brilliant. The first thing you hear live is me laughing in the background before you started running the thing. That was amazing. I love that.
I was about to mute you. I thought I'd just let it go. Just let Martin be live. Let Martin be live. It's like
what was he laughing at? Write in, viewers, and guess what Martin was laughing at.
He was laughing about the fact that I said I'd wear a bikini.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, welcome to New Music
and now, viewers, you have to guess what led us up to the fact that that Julian's going to wear a bikini in future shows. That's what's going to happen. Stay tuned for that, guys. Sorry, I've just lost our audience. I think
just lost our audience. Nobody wants to watch the show anymore.
Hello, Julian. How are things over there in South Africa? Warm, I believe.
Yeah, 27 degrees roughly today, I think.
That's not bad.
Good day. Excuse the gamer in the background. My son is fortnighting. Say hi, Dylan.
No, okay.
There's Dylan.
That's good. I tell you what, it all looks very kind of, I don't know. It looks like stuff. It looks like the world is real in your place. You know, it's like things are happening in the background. You should if you hadn't given away the fact that Dylan was on Fortnite. I mean, we can probably see the screen and work that out. But it almost looks like a professional TV studio, like he's sort of monitoring what's going on in the world, so he can tell us, kind of feed back to us.
This is a professional TV studio.
But
I got a green room over there.
Green room over there. It looks like what's going on. It's like when I was a kid, we used to watch Grandstand here in the UK. It was a Saturday afternoon sports program, and they'd always have the presenter would be at the front, and you could see all the guys behind, kind of monitoring all the matches and taking on all the scores and stuff like that. Who knows if anything was actually going on behind them? They were probably playing whatever the equivalent of Fortnite was then, I guess. But
we were playing Subutio. Do you remember Subutio?
I remember Subutio, yeah. I remember
those
that.
little men around the field.
Flick to kick.
Flick to kick. Those good times. And we listened to great 80s music. And I found this cassette, the Clap Clap song. Do you remember this?
No.
God, by the Claxons. Oh my God, I don't know where I found it.
I don't remember that.
Bill gave it to me.
Being a weird Scottish family, we had Subutio, but we didn't have Subutio football. We had Subutio rugby.
Well, you would, considering that rugby is the biggest sport in Scotland.
It certainly was at the time, yeah. But,
we never had Subutio in rugby in South Africa, even though rugby is our big.
I'm not sure that anybody else ever had Subutio rugby. I think I was the only person I ever came across who had it.
So have you still got it?
No, gosh, no.
Oh, okay. Alrighty. Well, it's been a great weekend for music, and as always, that means that we've got lots of new releases. Let's just say I had the honor yesterday of being involved in the Black Coffee Live at the Cradle of Mankind in South Africa, a once-in-a-lifetime concert by South Africa's biggest DJ, playing in a cave.
Wow.
And probably the oldest known cave to mankind, where the famous Plessis skeleton was found. The oldest humanoid. So that was quite an experience, I must say. So I've had a really good weekend of music. And again, I'm back to my favorite show of the week.
This is amazing. How are we going to follow that? You see, that's what I said earlier on. You're going to go, Martin, I was in the oldest cave in the world with the biggest artist in the continent over the weekend. What did you do?
Well, let me show a picture, because why not? Let me show a picture. I have to show a picture of it, don't I? See that I've now bragged that I was doing this. I should show a picture of it. So there. How's that?
No.
How is that for a shot? In a cave, in Stakfontein Caves in Johannesburg. I mean, it was just mind-blowing. I mean, possibly one of the filmed live. It was obviously broadcast live on television in South Africa, and just a phenomenal show. I mean, yeah, so that was my weekend of music.
Brilliant.
Thoroughly enjoyed
I was in the studio with an artist called The Puppet and the Dwarf.
The puppets.
The rest is entirely up to your imagination.
Your imagination could run pretty wild with a band called The Puppet and the Dwarf, I have to be honest. So that could be rather interesting. I'll leave my imagination to it. But let's get down to the music, because it's another fun-filled week of great new releases. And I've got to tell you, so this band, and I've got to find that album again, because Warren sent it to me, and we'll chat to them now after we've had a chat to Logan, chat about the song. But they covered an 80s track, and you know what a big 80s fan I am, on the album, and it's just like, and then I listened to the rest of the album, and I was just blown away. So we got Ethyl Ether coming up just now, but we're going to head off with one of my favorite artists that I discovered during lockdown.
Oh, cool.
And and it was right at the beginning of lockdown that I had the pleasure of meeting this young lady online.
One of our first DiscovrTV live streams, I think, was it not? One of our first isolation sessions?
I do think so, and an absolutely beautiful young lady.
Hey.
Logan J Parker.
Hello.
Hello,
Good evening, Logan.
Such a great introduction. Thank you so much.
Well, I think you were our first. I think you might have been our first lockdown live stream.
Definitely one of the
I'm not
first.
mistaken. One of the first.
You
were the first.
I was the first.
You were on that outside your apartment, wasn't it? You were doing
on the balcony. Yeah.
On a very cold. On a very cold Saturday, I think it was a Saturday afternoon,
and the wind was blowing.
The wind was blowing, and
that.
my neighbors gathered around, and it was such a nice atmosphere. You guys are incredible. Thank you so much for having me then, and for having me now as well.
You've been busy, Logan. You've been an incredibly busy young lady. So tell us, maybe before we get to the new track, what have you been up to in this lockdown? Now you guys are going back into lockdown, aren't you?
Do you want to take that one, Logan? You explain it.
We are, I don't know, it's the sort of like a semi-lockdown. We have like a curfew, so all pubs and restaurants, they all close at 10, and people after 10, no one is allowed to just be out and drinking or just walking around. So everyone
we've
needs
had
to
that
go
for
home.
the last 4 months. That's not lockdown. That's normal.
Yeah, it's a bit weird.
You also don't have the same sort of pub culture that, like, in the UK, it's like, the pubs are going to close at 10. It's now become a competition to see how much you can drink before 10.
Oh, you have not been to South Africa yet, Martin. You have not been to South Africa. We'll drink everything out of the bar before 6, never mind before 10. We're going to have to restock the bar every couple of hours. So, no, that's not going to happen.
All right,
we've gone down to lockdown level 1 now, so we kind of allowed to go out till midnight. So we still have a curfew, but midnight our pubs close. Yeah. But we are now at least allowed to have live gigs again.
Yeah,
so
me
that's
too.
that's something. That's
Yes.
something. So I'm really excited about that. So musically wise, what's been happening?
So I'm very happy because I have a residency at the moment. So every Thursday night I'm performing in this lovely club in Shoreditch called The Bridge. And it starts at 6 p.m. So it starts early and it goes on until 9. And then everyone leaves at 10. So it has been fun. And it's so good to be back performing live and having an actual audience. And it's just so rewarding. And I feel that people are really... in need of some live music. I think everyone has been, a little bit fed up with live streams, and it's so good when you get to watch a band performing live. It's just really heartwarming. So I've been busy, and I have a new single called "My Faith Is Hard to Follow," which is on YouTube, Spotify, everywhere, and it's a beautiful song, and it was one of my lockdown songs as well. So I released 2 singles in lockdown, Blue and Will Be Gone. Yep. And now My Faith Is Hard to Follow. It's a sequence of that. And so it's a homemade video. My mom, she did the footage on my iPhone, and I've done the edit. And it has been a journey of discovery, and it has been
shot
fun.
in Portugal over the summer. You were telling us earlier on. So how?
Yes.
What's because people may not know, because it's not maybe obvious from, well, even knowing you and certainly the style of the music. But what's the connection with Portugal?
Yeah, so I was born in Portugal, and my parents live there, and all my family lives there at the moment. So I went back home to catch up with my family, surf. I used to surf when I was living in Portugal. I moved to London 4 years ago, So yeah, it was, and I was talking to my mom, and I was saying like, I've got this new single, and I don't know what to do with a music video because at the moment I don't have any budget for professional music video. And she was like, oh, let me help you with that. Maybe we can do something. And then we decided to do something on my iPhone, and actually ended up quite well. So I invite everyone to go and check it out, and it's a labor of love. So yeah, I'm happy with it.
Cool.
Well, we're going to check it out tonight. So.
I was going to say,
Yeah.
we're about to
I
check
know.
it. We are going to check it out, and we'll put a link up so everyone can check it out in full.
Thank
as well.
you.
Yeah,
Thank you
later
so
on as
much,
well.
guys.
As we know, Facebook have decided to try and shut all of us down when it comes to the music industry. So how we kind of doing our shows nowadays is we show a quick 15, 20-second snippet of the video while we live on Facebook. And then about 3/4 of the way through the show, we shut down our Facebook live stream and go onto YouTube where we can show the video in full. So it's but yeah, it's just, I don't know what's going on. I mean, I've been trying to still wrap my head around this Facebook thing. We don't know what's going to happen, but yeah, it kind of has been a bit of a nightmare. So we will be showing a short snippet during our interview with you. So, and then we'll be carrying on later and showing the video a bit later on our YouTube channel where we carry on live. We are live on YouTube, Twitch, on Vimeo, and obviously on Facebook.
It's a great song as well. I wanted to say, Logan, because I was saying the background of coming from Portugal. It's not well, to me, it's certainly not an obvious. When you think of I suppose when I'm thinking of music that might come out of Portugal, the style of music that you're doing is not obviously out of Portugal. So where's the influences from?
Yeah, that's very true, Martin. So it's basically, I grew up listening to Ray Charles, Bessie Smith, Billie Holiday, Nat King Cole. My parents are crazy about soul, rock and roll, the Rolling Stones, the Queen. And yeah, I think all those influences really, defined me as a musician somehow. And when I write music or when I play music, I love playing soul, blues, rock and roll. So yeah, I think those genres are very, very important for me. So I think when I make music, they naturally come through somehow. And this song is a sad song, really. But the music video can look quite happy, I think. But I think if you look closely to the lyrics, you'll find out that it's actually a sad song. It's a mellow song. It's very jazzy, very soulful, and I'm kind of happy, because recording this song was kind of a long process because we had to get the musicians into the studio, and it was because we were still with restrictions, and everyone had to wear a mask, and we had to do it like in different sessions. So it was a bit of a challenge. But when you see everything like together, like all the drums and the clarinet and the guitars and it just sounds so beautiful and so mature, and I'm just truly happy.
I love the clarinet on this. I think it's so distinctive. It's got such a great style. It just puts you straight in the mood for it. And I feel it's obviously as the guy I feel sorriest for, because playing a clarinet through a mask is awful. It's really hard.
Well, you didn't play the clarinet through a mask, but he was alone in the studio, just himself and the clarinet. And his name is Adrian Cox, and he's an amazing clarinet player. He's so talented, and I was just so happy to have him in the studio.
It's brilliant.
It's so cool.
It puts such a stamp on the style of music straight away.
Yeah,
absolutely. When you create that kind of arrangement and those instruments,
it's beautiful.
Just fabulous.
Yeah. I remember.
No, carry on.
Yeah, sure.
No, carry on.
So I remember contacting Adrian because I was a fan of Adrian on Facebook, and he's just like he's a superb musician, and I was like, Adrian, I would love if you could listen to this song of mine. I would love if you could play the clarinet. And he was so sweet and was like, yeah, I love the song. Yeah, let's do it. And then I was like, oh, I have this idea for the solo, because I had the solo playing in my head. And then I asked him, and I sang the solo to him. And I said, do you think you could play it? I'm so sorry to ask you this, because it can be a bit awkward, if you invite like a really good musician into the studio to record, and then you ask him to do exactly what you want. But he was so sweet and was like, absolutely, I'm going to do it. And then I was just like so happy with the final result. So
it's so cool.
Thank you, Adrian. You're lovely.
Brilliant. Well, let's take a listen to a snippet of it. And I'm just coming in at the first verse, so people just getting a little bit of an idea about My Faith is Hard to Follow by Logan J Parker. Let's take a listen.
the steps, way down I go. Evening breaks and my barefoot show. Down I go where the river goes. My faith is hard to follow. My faith is hard to follow. My faith is hard to follow.
I love the scenery. It's beautiful.
Aw.
So yeah, guys, we obviously can only
Thank
just
you.
show snippets during this, but obviously you can see the video while we just finish chatting up because they can't stop us showing the imagery. Sorry, Facebook. We will find a way. You will
So
not
good.
beat us. But beautiful video, absolutely stunning.
you.
And Logan, it's so
Thank you
great
so
to have you back on the show again.
Imagery is great
Thank
as
you
well, and it's obviously thought through. It wasn't just kind of random images that you've shot as well. It's obviously been shot with a view to using.
Yeah.
It's been shot alongside the song. That's what I'm very badly trying to say.
Yeah. I had a kind of a storyline, and then I asked my mom, "Can you please let's go to the river, do something in the river with the flowers and everything?" Because the song talks about a river, and I think the song is about your journey as a human being, your soul, your journeys through the world, and yeah. So there is the connection I have with the water and the sea and the river. So yeah, I try to get all these sceneries and things that are part of my life, like riding horses, surfing, and all these things that are part of me and define me as a person. So I try to add all those ingredients, and I'm happy with it, really. Thank you so much for showing. Thank you so much for helping me promote it. You guys are wonderful.
Thank you.
Always.
Great pleasure.
Thank you
Great
so much,
pleasure.
Logan, for joining. Just remind people how they can find out more information about you.
Yeah, you can go to my website, loganjparker.com, and you'll find the links to my Facebook, Instagram, Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, everything. So yeah, it's very easy.
And we'll be posting the Logan J Parker video link right now, so you guys can go and check it out, or just hang with us at the end of the show while we watch it then together.
Yeah,
Thanks
and
so much, Logan.
if you guys are
Yep.
in London, if you fancy some live music, every Thursday in Shoreditch in this really beautiful club called The Bridge. It's free. It starts at 6 p.m. So come and see me
Fantastic.
live.
I'm actually
Yeah.
looking for an excuse to come into London, so maybe that's
Yeah,
the
you should
There
come
you
around,
go.
Martin.
that's the excuse I needed. And do make
Drinks
sure you
are-
Shoot a little bit of in-depth interview on Logan and what she's up to.
make sure you send some bikini advice to Julian as well, please. Logan.
Yeah, next time I want to see him on a bikini.
Alrighty then.
We have a promise. Bye, guys. Have a
Thanks,
great
Logan.
week. And
Take
thank you
care.
so much. Bye, Julian. Bye,
Cheers.
Martin.
Bye.
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 And we're back. Where's Martin? Martin's muted. Why are you muted, Martin? You got to unmute yourself.
I may have done that by myself. Yeah, thinking I was unmuting myself. I've muted myself. I said, get you and your fancy
mute yourself.
drops. Isn't that amazing?
I'm
Finish
trying to make the show a little bit more professional, you know.
I mean, come on. Look, it started off professional. It's just getting better. That's all.
There you go.
better
Now
all
we're
the time.
talking. Right, let's get some rock and roll on. I need get my rock on, as they say. I was going to add to that, but I'll just
You get your rocks off, don't you? Get your rocks off.
get my rocks off. I'll get my rocks off. Ethyl Ether. Good evening, gentlemen.
Good evening, guys.
Joe.
How you guys
doing?
It
Yeah,
seems
it's a little bit. It sounds like you're in a bit of a tunnel, but it's okay. We'll just go with the flow.
Cool.
Right.
It's a proper rock hangout. Look at those guys. I mean, they're just
Yeah,
like
that's-
going, just like.
Guys
be
should
a-
just do a show from
be
there
more,
right now.
Be more of a band.
live
Just be a
right
band.
now.
Go.
Funny thing is, that's why we're here. We just got some band practice going on tonight. So yeah.
Can you do me one favor quickly? Let's just try this. You know where it says Cam Mic on the screen?
Let me check it out. Yeah.
Go to click that. Go to audio
Okay, camera going to audio.
and click
Yeah.
disable audio processing.
Okay, disable.
Audio
There we
processing.
How's that now?
Oh,
Awesome.
much better. Yay. Much better. Now we can hear you. Right. Introduce the band.
On my left is Pubs.
How's it, guys? I'm Pubs.
I'm Andrew. This is Mark.
Monet.
Patrick.
Now,
Can you guys hear?
I mean, cheapest. So I got sent the video, and then I was lucky enough to go onto the Spotify and listen to the entire album. And man, it's absolutely blowing away. It sounds like you guys have been playing for decades, but this is the very first time I've ever heard of Ethyl Ether. Where do you guys come from? Where are you?
You may not have heard of us because it's Ethyl Ether.
What am I saying? Ethyl Ether. Oh my God, it's possible. You know, in my brain, it's. Listen, I've had COVID. I have an excuse because apparently COVID.
You're a survivor.
Excuse my language, but it fucks with your brain. So yeah,
No.
cool. So where are you guys from? Tell us a little bit about the band.
Why's everybody looking at me?
Come on,
The three of us live Tableview side, Milnerton, Tableview. Paddy's from the southern suburbs, Southfield, Plumstead, and Mornay is in Weinberg, I believe.
So it's not another Stelly's rock band. Yay!
Yeah. And yeah, we've been playing together for just over 3 and a bit years. And yeah, the boys have just filled in the gaps as the time's gone past. We're pretty solid now. I think we're a cohesive unit, and maybe it's showing a bit in our music, which is awesome.
I would definitely say it has. There's no doubt about that. The new single, Ode, tell us a little bit about it. And maybe what we should do is like get it showing in the background, yeah, like we did with Logan. Just some visuals, and then we'll play a little bit of the track while we're going along. But yeah,
Awesome.
let's do that. So we can at least get some of the visuals, and you guys can tell us a little bit about the video. Let's bring it up. Right, there we go. Ode, tell us about the track and the video.
Pretty much, it was a song that we just started jamming at a practice one day, and it grew and it became. And as Pub said, when we initially wrote the song, we could already see the video that we kind of wanted in our head. And yeah, we're on a tight budget, man, but that's what we came out with. And thanks to the Works brothers, for giving us a nice little piece of work. We're very proud of it. Yeah, it doesn't have too much hectic meaning or anything. I think it was just a song that evolved and needed some words and became a song.
The song, yeah.
Maybe it was about Corona.
Maybe it was about Corona. Yeah.
Isn't everything?
An ode to Corona.
That's it.
I agree with what Julius was saying earlier on. It's like the minute of sort of hearing the music that you're making, like you said, you sound like it's a rare that you hear a band that comes along that sounds already fully formed. Like I said, it sounds like you've been around for ages.
I mean, you guys, the first time I heard it, I was like, and maybe sorry about the comparison, but I felt like I'd be listening to like that whole kind of Audio Slave sound again, that it sounded big. Do you know what I'm saying? That massive rock sound. And it was like, that you normally only hear after like the third or fourth album. I mean, this is your debut album, if I'm not mistaken. And I love the name of the album, Chrome Neon Jesus. Great title for an album. But it sounds like you guys have been around for like a long, long time.
We do have two other albums that we did. Treasure Room is one of them, and the other album is called Museum of Human Error. So if you haven't checked those, hit the Spotify's and give them a listen, please.
And I think you'll kind of see quite a lot how we've kind of like grown together as a band from the first album up until the third album. I think it's quite a cool journey that you guys have. See where we started.
Definitely want to hear that, so I'm definitely going to go take a bit of a back listen. But guys, let's just take a quick listen while we're in the middle of the track, just to give us people an idea. I love it. Absolutely love it, guys. What a track. And that's just
Great
to give
hook
guys a
as
taste
well.
of the song. We'll be playing out the track a bit more later on YouTube because, as I mentioned earlier, Facebook's decided to, excuse my language, but fuck us all over and try and stop musicians from making money and just, just in general, mess up with our industry. But we'll get them. We will find a way. We will bring Facebook down. I'm on a mission. I'm on a mission. But guys, getting back to the album for 1 second, and I'm a massive 80s fan, and Martin knows that very well. I grew up in the 80s. My favorite band's Depeche Mode. But you covered a classic 80s
Likewise,
track.
by the way. Just
Yours.
absolutely same thing, but there you go.
There we go. Under the Milky Way. What a cover to do.
The church.
Yes, what a cover
Wicked.
to do, man. And just kudos and respect for doing it such justice, because it's not easy. It's not an easy song to do if you don't feel it correctly. You know what I'm saying? I mean, just big up for doing that track as well on the album, and I think it's just a great cover to do. And I know we don't like to talk about covers much, but you guys really did it justice. So tell us, what are you guys up to now in terms of the gigs? When can we see you in Joburg, man? I need to see you guys live.
We would love to come to Joburg. We would love to come and play a gig in Joburg. Like, we just need to all get up there and like maybe set some gigs up, but we would love to come up to Joburg and just kind of get that notch on our belts. But I think right now we're kind of just focusing on, we're going into studio again this Saturday. So we're kind of just focusing on doing the behind the scenes things, because the gigs right now are kind of touch and go. And so, and with most of the other countries locking down, we might, I don't want to say those words, but we might go into lockdown again. So we're just focusing on...
No lockdown.
On social presence. Yeah, fuck the lockdown.
No, man, I can't. And listen, I had COVID and it nearly killed me, I must be honest. But no, enough now. We need to get back on our feet, man. We need to start living our lives as much as we possibly can. And, maybe we need herd mentality where we just beat this one way or another and we just start... I want to go to a gig again. I'm sick of this. I really am. I need to go watch rock and roll.
Proper sweaty gig.
Proper dirty gig.
Yeah,
You've
got the summer coming up. You've got the outdoors coming up. Hopefully, you're in a good position to get it happening over there.
Well, we're allowed 500 people outdoors and 250 people indoors at shows. So let's see what they say.
Well,
it'll be good to get back out there.
You all stay safe and you get out there, because that sounds tremendous, because that's what we're missing that over here as well.
Absolutely. Guys, thank you so much for joining us. Please let people know how they can find out more information about you.
Well, guys, you can check us out on Spotify and any of your streaming platforms, whichever one you use. We're on YouTube, we're on Facebook, we're active on Instagram. So, pretty much all the usual suspects. And, just keep an eye out. We've got some interesting things coming up in the next few months. So, we're just going to keep on pushing.
Guys, please let us know when you're coming to Joburg. We'll definitely be keen to come and shoot you guys live and check it out. You're not playing anywhere in Cape Town this weekend, are you? I'm coming out to Cape Town on Friday.
No. We're not playing this weekend, unfortunately. No.
Damn it. Well, if you're in studio anyway, give us a shout. Maybe we'll come over and have a quick interview. Get to know you guys a little bit better. So I'll drop you guys. I'll drop Warren my contact details. Warren will send you my contact details. Let us know what you guys are up to. Definitely keen to hear more about you guys and see more. I got a feeling this band's going to go places.
Super.
I love it. It's good old-fashioned rock and roll. Thanks so much, guys.
Thanks for having us. Cheers, man. Bye.
Nice one, boys.
Cheers, guys. Cheers. Bye.
Bye.
I love it.
Rock and
good
roll.
old-fashioned rock and roll.
Yes, yeah,
proper rock and roll there.
I mean, just the minute you see those guys, if you walked in anywhere and saw those guys, you'd go, "That's a band."
That's the band, definitely. Yeah, that's the band. Unlike you and I, they see us and they go, "Oh, there's a banker and an accountant."
I don't. No, I'm not hanging. I'm not down with that. Not at all. Not at all.
No, fucking, neither am I. Nobody's ever called me a banker or an accountant in my life. Absolutely not going to happen. Not going to happen. You can see I'm in one of those revengeful moods tonight. I want to take out Facebook or any of these buggers that are destroying our industry.
It's a difficult one. I had a conversation with an artist on my radio show last week on the big sound machine, because I got an artist who was talking about slightly different take on the Facebook thing, about how just actually getting some presence on Facebook when he was putting things on Facebook but finding that no one was actually seeing it, and he was trying to establish whether that's because no one was interested or because it wasn't being seen. And it was an interesting conversation I had with him. It's on Mixcloud. If you look up the big sound machine on Mixcloud, you can hear my chat with Andy Knox about that whole stuff. That's
a very interesting conversation, because I was chatting to a friend of mine. They run an online gymming thing called Jeff Together. It's growing globally. This thing is incredible, and it's like literally, it started at the beginning of lockdown. But one of the big issues they've had is, first of all, it was the music, because obviously gymming, it's online, it's exercise routines, and they can't play commercial tunes. So we've been having to buy like these royalty-free tracks from all these different sites, like Artist List and things like that. But what happened a couple of weeks ago is when they do a stream in the morning, this is like, they do a 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, and 8 o'clock. 6 o'clock streams about 150 concurrents. 7 o'clock stream, probably about the same. The 8 o'clock stream can go up to 1,000 streams concurrently. 1,000 people watching at any given time. And this is on a closed Facebook group.
Yeah, cool.
All of a sudden, they noticed a dip, a radical dip. And they found out that Facebook was starting to block people from seeing their notifications. So there's some kind of Facebook algorithm, apparently, that if you get too popular, they actually, because they want you to spend money on advertising.
It makes you very suspicious. So this is one of the things that we were talking about with Andy Knox last week, was again, a similar kind of feedback, was he was told, and I've discovered this myself, I think, on the Facebook page that he has, and we probably discovered this through the DiscovrTV pages, you get very little exposure to the people who are following those pages unless you're sponsoring them. But if you post on your personal page, you'll actually get quite... So he discovered this, he did a little bit of experimentation and discovered that he was getting much more reach through posting the same content on his personal page versus his artist page, which seems contradictory, because the people on your artist page are presumably the ones who have actually signed up to support you as an artist. But it does seem that there is something that prevents that from going out to a significant reach, unless, of course, you pay.
And that's definitely a thing, because I noticed that with our DiscovrTV, a lot of the shows, they always start off, and we seem to get really great views, but it tapers off. And I can't believe it's because the show's terrible. It's because people are not getting the notifications
I don't
anymore.
think you get. You don't see the notification. You don't see the feed, and it's just their justification for the blocking as well, is that they want to push their platform towards a personalized interactive platform, not a music listening experience. That's the phraseology that they're using, is we don't want you creating music listening experiences like playlists.
Like we're doing, which is exactly what we're doing.
Well, we are and we aren't. And it was interesting. I think I said to you in messaging during the week that, like you said, shifting to this scenario where we're doing more conversation, less of the actual music and more of the conversation, where we seem to be circumventing the blocking. Because they want to, because it's the algorithm that's picking up the music content, and where you have a large proportion of musical content and a small proportion of interaction, that would appear where they're targeting the blocking. And it's very complex. There's no grey. There's not a lot of there's a lot of grey area in this, I should say. I mean, from my point of view, I do appreciate, and I say to artists a lot, we want to be careful about how much we complain, because one of the issues that underpins this is the rights of ownership on your own material. And if you 100%. Start taking that away, then you could be opening a can of... If you want to say, like, I just want to be able to play anything, then anyone can play anything, and anyone can play anything of yours as well, and you don't get paid for it. That's another source of income that you're losing. So we need to be careful about how much... I think the way that the administration of it, the advertising of it, the information about it is absolutely awful. But I do want to kind of just be very careful about saying that there's no practical application to this, which is copyright protection, and that is a fundamental right that you want to hold on to as an artist.
Question.
So there you go. That's my 2 pence worth.
How do we as artists make any money out of Facebook?
Well, this is exactly that. No, not to coin a phrase and be like stupidly ironic phrase, but yeah, that's the $1 million question, as they say.
Yeah, I mean, it's like they're sitting there and telling us, well, you can't play music, you can't do this, you can't do that. But as artists, how do we make money on Facebook? So even if we play our music videos, we don't make any money out of it because they're not paying royalties. Zero.
No, that's right. I mean, like this, the underpinning this is the licensing, and if you didn't have Facebook and you used YouTube, for example, to do the same content, YouTube is licensed as an algorithmically protected license that should pick up your music. Mixcloud is the same. Twitch is the same. So a lot of those actually have licensing procedures that should protect the monetary value of your music, and also
and a share of their revenue gets paid to the artists.
I was going to say, and a way of actually facilitating you getting paid, connecting with your directly with your audience, so they have facilities to be able to contribute, pay, all that kind of stuff. Effectively, what I'm saying is the reality is there may be better platforms for you as an artist to promote your music. Facebook is not the one to do it on, is probably the truth.
Yeah.
A show like this, I think we can do. We're connecting with your fan base. But if you want people to actually watch your videos or listen to your music and you to actually earn some money from it, Facebook isn't the place to do it.
Yeah. But I think this is something actually maybe, and it's a show that we maybe, now that we're heading to this starting to happen in October, is maybe one of our shows we dedicate to this exact subject. And we maybe find out, let's see if we can get somebody from Facebook to come on.
Facebook, get people on to talk about it. So we connect the connections that we've got. I've got a point of view, you've got a point of view. There are other people that we know in the industry who will have some information about this as well. I'm sure that'd be useful for artists. So, yeah.
Absolutely. Let's get back to the music or to the artists. I can see the guys sitting in the background. Can you guys hurry up now? We're waiting for you.
They're going, what have we let ourselves in for? Are they going to ask us about this? Holy shit.
Yeah, they're like, guys, let's just go. Just put on the green screen wall and leave. You can put the green screen on now, guys. Wink, good evening.
Hi.
Good evening, guys. How are you?
Yeah, good.
Yeah, pretty good.
We saw you guys putting up the wall, and I was saying, "Oh, they've already had enough. They're putting up the wall."
We're just messing around with the camera. We've never done this before. No,
splendid.
Well, welcome
Thank
to
you.
New Music Mondays on DiscovrTV.
Yeah.
I like the posters behind them.
Never
Check
done
all
it
the
before.
posters.
Look at this class, isn't it? That's good stuff.
Yeah.
It's a long collection of Lewis stealing the posters
it's
from
been a 5-year-long
gigs,
struggle. Yeah.
I like it. Can't read any of them, but it looks good. So hang on, we can do this. Look here,
I
we
mean,
can do this.
there we
go.
can see better now. Look at that.
There we go. Battle of the Band semi-finals. Where's the one in the final? There we go. Final. There we go. I can see it on the end there. There we go.
A few more over there as well. But
Come on.
Nice. Like it.
Special.
Very nice,
good.
guys.
Very
Welcome,
good.
Wink. Is it Wink? Am I getting it right? Because I've got all the other band names tonight wrong. So what did I call the other guys? Ethyl Ether. Ethyl Ether. Oh, God.
We had you guys down as Northern Soul Collab.
Oh yes, I did get it wrong. I did get it wrong. Oh man.
That's
Just
all right. No worries.
getting it back to front. But there we go. Maybe so, guys. I know you quite well. I've known you for quite a while now. Actually, I mean, you just said you've been like collecting stuff for 5 years. God knows how you've managed it. I don't know what age you were when you started, but we have this conversation every week. For Julian's benefit, for everyone else watching, give us a brief history of Wink.
well, Wink started all the way back in 2015.
2015, yeah.
2015, when me and Lewis were in the same class in school. And I basically forced him to start playing bass or any instrument, but he chose bass. And and then we started with another guy called Lewis as well. And we found Mia on this website called Join My Band.
That was a very pregnant pause there. It was very called Join My Band.
We found Mia on a website.
Called Join My Band.
Yeah. We just had to quickly clarify that.
And then well, we did find out that we had mutual friends and we already kind of met each other. But and then from there we kind of went through that lineup and then a 5-piece lineup, and then we kicked them out as well. And so now it's just the three of us.
Absolutely.
Because this has been the core of the band, but most of the time, hasn't it? This has been
it's always been the three of us.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
much
So
easier than
you've gone.
Yeah.
So you've gone through a couple of lineup changes. You've gone through some sort of sound changes as well. I guess I would describe your sort of early stuff as very sort of edgy indie,
Yeah, I
Yeah.
suppose so. Yeah.
which I really loved as well. But then you've definitely sort of it's a bigger sound now. I guess I'd kind of say it's it's a bit more. A little bit more rocky indie edged. Would that be fair? Do you think?
Definitely.
Yeah,
I think, especially
yeah,
recently, the stuff we've been writing as well, has been a lot more heavy, a lot
Yeah.
more rocky, which is nice. Nice
Yeah.
little.
I just think it's as we've grown older, we've gotten more interested in equipment and how we sound, and the production side of things
Yeah.
as well has definitely
Yeah.
been better.
Yeah, and it's interesting you say we sound bigger as well, because
Yeah.
we've had a few people say that, and it's obviously it sounds a bit contradictive that we're less people, we sound bigger, but I think the fact that we are less people made us a lot more aware of what we're actually doing individually.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So yeah.
What's necessary to
Yeah,
have and what
exactly.
isn't.
Fantastic. Now, where in the world are you guys at the moment? I mean, I think you're in the UK. Where in the UK are you?
Yeah.
We're in Leeds. We're up
You've
north
managed-
in Leeds.
You've managed to make it back there. Is this your second year at Leeds?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's right.
Fantastic.
so,
Because
yeah.
Julian, I know these guys from sort of local to me in St Albans. Was where I kind of first knew these guys. But tremendously, you know how bands quite often split up when they go to university.
Yeah.
Yep.
They all went to university together.
Yeah.
Yeah, we live together
Yeah.
now.
This is our house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like, I think that's like a serious. So that's a serious commitment to the band. I think it was like, if we're going to Leeds,
I
we're
think
all
so.
going together. We're all going to live together. We're carrying this on no matter what, which is fantastic. How's it been? I mean, I know this year's obviously been a bit weird, but how was the end of last year? Music scene up in Leeds, switching up there. How was it?
Really
Amazing.
good. So
Yeah.
good. We had such a good year planned. Like, we'd just started getting gigs rolling and getting some stuff sorted out, but then everything kind of ground to a halt. And yeah.
Which is such a shame. We had
Yeah.
like 6 or 7 gigs planned
Yeah.
throughout from like maybe February onwards into June or something. But obviously, circumstances.
As it
Yeah.
goes.
Yeah.
Northern Soul is basically a song about you moving to Leeds, right? That's what I'm reading into it.
It is.
And
Maybe there's
funny enough, the
subtext
title
there.
of one of my favorite movies. Have you seen Northern Soul, the movie?
No.
No.
You guys should watch that. Great movie. Great movie. 2014.
Yeah.
So it's one of those great, like, young, about the whole Northern Soul scene when it hit the UK in the 60s and the 70s. Great movie. Go and check that out. But
Yeah, we will.
when I heard the title, I was like, and I actually, I'm going to watch it tonight. Why not?
There you go.
I think I'm going to watch Northern Soul again tonight after I've watched you guys. But what we're going to do, guys, because I'd like to play the video properly in this instance, is that we're going to now ask people to switch over to our YouTube channel and carry on talking
you're
to
not
you.
there already.
So, yeah, carry on talking to you so that we can watch the whole video. So I'm going to end our Facebook live stream. So I'm going to say
Bye-bye,
goodbye to
Facebook.
everybody on. Bye, Facebook. We'll see you next week. Bye, Facebook. So I've got to go through them all and delete, remove. Thank you. Goodbye, Facebook. Goodbye, Facebook. Bye, Facebook. And there we are. We are now live on YouTube.
Hello,
So-
YouTube! Yay!
Hello, YouTube. The things you have to do technology-wise. Thank God for this platform like StreamYard that we're on right now. And actually, I wouldn't mind just saying a big shout-out to the guys that created this platform. And this platform was created at the beginning of lockdown, pretty much. And has been pretty much revolutionary for the music industry in so many different ways, as well as a lot of other people. And it's an incredible platform because it gives us the opportunities outside of a Zoom type of scenario, but something that's actually more catered towards what we're all about. So now we can listen to music. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. And everybody's trying to WhatsApp call me at the same time.
Oh my God. I'm on the
hang
air,
on.
guys.
Linda,
Shut
I'm
up,
doing
go
a
away.
show. I'm doing a show. Can I call you back afterwards? I'm live on air.
If you don't want to be on air, get off the phone.
Okay.
So tell us
Like
a bit
it's the
about
third
tell us a
phone
bit
call
about
in the
Northern
show.
Soul. I think this song's been in existence for a little while, but there was an acoustic version of it a little while ago. Is that right? So how did you? At what point did you decide to develop it further?
Well,
we were recording what was going to be in last December our next single, but never became our next single. And we finished doing everything in the studio for that. We had all the drums, all the takes down, and we still had loads of time left over. We're like, well, you know what? We have Northern Soul. We have this song that we've written. Why not, get the basics down for that? Shouldn't take too long. And so we did that, and just kind of sat on it for ages and ages and ages and ages. And we're like, well, what better time to release it properly than when we're going to go back up in September, which is when
like now. And how is university life? It must be odd.
Well, we haven't actually started yet. We're starting next week, I think. So we'll just see how it goes. I think we've got very minimal contact time into uni, which is fair enough.
I've got 2 hours per week.
Yeah, no,
wow.
Again, 2 hours a week. So it's basically we're just going to be stuck at home, really, because Leeds is essentially in a second lockdown now because you're not allowed to mix houses. Everything's quite relatively strict here.
Yeah. You guys are getting pretty hectic again. We've just come out of it.
Yeah.
We're going to have our second wave, I'm sure. Sure we're going to get our second wave here in South Africa.
Pretty tough.
Definitely.
It's a great fun video. I think we've spoken a lot about this on the show in the past. That like this opportunity to be fantastically creative and also getting everybody else involved, which is just love because we've been so so difficult connecting with people in real life. It's fantastic to see people connecting. Who are all the people in this? Not, I mean, you don't have to name them individually, but who is this video?
Yeah, so many people. We just put a post out on Instagram and Facebook and asked if people wanted to do it. So we asked if we could have their help, and we gave them. Well, Lewis sorted it.
I basically split the track into 14 different sections, and then numbers, and it was really we had a really decent turnout. It was about 4 times 14, whatever that was, because so many people just came through and were like, oh, let's do this. But obviously, not all of them replied. But the ones that did got into the video, and it was really fun to just put together and make little bits lock in with each other and make it flow.
It's tremendous. I think it looks great. So I think we'll
check it out.
Yeah, let's have a look.
Let's do it.
If I didn't go, you ask me why I didn't show. And now we fly, and I feel low. What do I do when I'm with you? I'll get the flu. Let's go to the park where we will tear ourselves apart with our hearts. Just remember, by September I will be a northern soul, where you will fly and I feel low. A northern soul, where you will fly and I feel low. A northern soul. If I didn't go, you ask me why I didn't do what I want, and what I see is only cause I'm on my knees when I depart. God only knows what's on my cards. When will I start? When will I start? Just remember, by September I will be a northern soul, where you will fly and I feel low. A northern soul, where you will fly and I feel low. A northern soul. Just remember, by September, I will be a northern soul, where you will fly and I feel low. A northern soul, where you will fly and I feel low. A northern soul, where you will fly and I feel low. A northern soul, where you will fly and I feel low. A northern soul. Just remember, by September, I will be a northern soul.
Very nice.
What a great song.
Splendid.
Very nice.
Splendid stuff.
Very nice. Did you see
I
my
thought
friend
it was a BB8 coming in. Is that thing? We need to learn some dance moves. I like, everybody's got these dance moves in their. I mean, let's. I don't know if you saw the King's Parade run a couple of weeks ago. They had it slightly more choreographed than yours, but equally fun. Where do you get an outfit like the guy at the end there? What on earth is he wearing? What is that?
Oh, that was the Grassman.
Oh, that was.
Oh, that's the Grassman. Of course.
I mean, the Grassman is many people. It's a very fun costume. We sometimes break out for live shows. Yeah, I don't know. I guess the spirit just takes over whoever's wearing it.
Does the grass man live in the house?
Yes. Yeah. Most of the time.
Well, it's a great former single actually, Jill's Grassman. You got to check it out. It's former Wink single.
See, I don't know these things. I need to find these things out.
I've tried to freeze frame the video a couple of times to try and read what the message that's on the note, but I've not quite managed to get it, so
I couldn't exactly freeze frame it during the video. Now I'll go back and watch it. Hang on, let's see if I can find it.
It is a very good note. It's quite funny.
Yeah.
It's a little bit blurry. I can't. Yeah, you were right.
Yeah, I'm trying to see. Where
Sad
is this?
tears.
I can't.
Forgive me, I'm yours. It's perfect. Love it. Love it. So what's happening next, guys? What are you up to apart from not being allowed to go out or do anything?
Well, I mean, next plan, I guess.
Found it.
EP.
Oh, wait, hold on.
Very good. Very good. Oh, that's much better. That's
I'm
clearer
sorry,
than
I
mine.
ditched 3 at the Wings gig to watch what? Skeleton.
Skeleton.
You were
Another
right.
local
Northern
band.
Souls beats. Okay, any day. Here we go. Forgive me. There you have it.
There you go.
We have now.
Oh, the secret's revealed.
Revealed the secret.
Yes. Sorry. You were saying before Julian interrupted you.
Rudely.
What are you up to next? So I've got Fly in front of me. That's me being weird. I have still got Fly.
Yeah. Plan next, I think, is to make another EP. If we make an EP, not another. Yeah, if we can, that's the plan. We don't really have anything solid yet because. We should really get on it.
Yeah, I mean, we're lucky because now we've got our own little studio set up.
Nice.
I'm awaiting a stereo set of mics so we can record some nice drums.
Yeah.
You got to buy some new skins.
I gotta buy some new skins. Yeah.
But so hopefully we can do something which will kind of be very. I know the whole lockdown EP has been very popular amongst artists, but we'll just call it something different.
Yeah.
Well, it is what it is now. I guess that's the thing. I mean, it started off as it's a lockdown EP because that's what we've got, but now that is what we've got. So it's we make the most of the situation we've got all the time. So
exactly.
Well done. Good luck to you guys. Keep being creative. It's fantastic. Every time I love it. Every time a new Wink single comes out, I'm like, yes.
Oh, good.
More.
So
Bring me more.
I'm a new fan.
Cool.
I'm a new fan.
Yes.
Thanks, guys. How can people find out more information about you guys?
Oh, okay. If you want to, we focus and operate mostly on Instagram, which is at Winkstagram.
Which I also, I mean, that I love
That's
that as
clever.
well. Winkstagram.
That's so clever.
Yeah, that's 2 eyes.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
with 2 eyes.
Yeah, we got that. We got it.
We're on Facebook. We're on. Wait, that's about it.
Yeah,
Instagram and
Facebook.
Facebook. We used to have Twitter, but we don't use it. We used to have Snapchat. We don't use it. Yeah, Instagram and Facebook are the 2 main ones. You can find out everything you want to there.
We are on YouTube as well.
Oh,
Actually, we have a couple of acoustic songs on YouTube, and all the music videos and stuff that we do is up on YouTube too.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Follow these guys. I think they're going to keep getting better. So
Thanks so much, guys.
keep following them.
Yeah, anyways,
Great to
thanks for
see you. Stay safe up
Thanks
there
for
in
joining
Leeds.
us.
We'll hopefully see you back in if we can get everything open. I'm sure we'll see you back at the Horn sometime. I'm sure.
Yeah, missed that place.
And come visit South Africa. We got great
I'm down.
We're going to have to charter a plane, Jules. We're getting everyone.
Yeah,
over
we
to
have
South
to. We've got
Africa.
everybody. It's like everyone's coming to South Africa. Let's get a boat and let's do a boat show and like we'll just take
all those cruise ships are sitting out there doing nothing.
Exactly. Let's get a DiscovrTV cruise ship and bring all the UK bands back to South Africa. Spend the summer here. Then we'll take all the South African bands back with you guys to your summer, and we just do this every year.
Yeah, just keep going back and forth.
Just endless summer. There you go. I'm down with that. I think we're going to
title.
Do it. Endless summer. Great track. Thanks so much, guys, for joining us.
Thanks,
We'll chat soon again.
Take care.
Cheers. Bye. Bye.
Cheers. Have a good day. Bye-bye.
Brilliant.
Splendid.
So let's play some music.
Yeah,
I
man.
think let's just play. Let's get straight into Logan J Parker. My faith is hard to follow. We saw a snippet of it. I really like the song, and as you mentioned, the clarinet, etc. But I just think she's got an incredible voice. This young lady, and blows me away every time I hear her. And I remember the very first time I heard her, I was like total goosebumps, and I was like, wow, And it's just so nice to see a young singer. I mean, I'm not that old, but to see a young singer that's level-headed, and has got her shit together, man, and just delivers. And I think that for me was kind of like one of the best things in hearing her for the first time. So it's good to really see, and I'm really glad that she's going places.
Yeah, I agree. The first time I met Logan was actually at a DiscovrTV session last year in Camden last summer, and so I had the good fortune to see her perform a track actually live, which I recorded for DiscovrTV. Just
Awesome.
like you said, an incredible performer, great voice. I think I had to turn everything. I think I had to turn everything down.
My faith is hard to follow. Logan J Parker here on New Music Mondays on DiscovrTV.
My faith is hard to follow. My faith is hard to follow. My faith is hard to follow. The pain cuts deep, my pace is slow. Got my feet on a darkest road. Depend my bones dance, creep and goes. My faith is hard to follow. My faith is hard to follow. My faith is hard to follow. At least I tried. One day I'll know what went on deep down below. My heart is strong so that you know. My faith is hard to follow. My faith is hard to follow. My faith is hard to follow. We'll pay the price for before the wind sinks so far, I'll make it home till the sun goes low. Free to wait, don't let her fly above. Our faith is hard to follow. Our faith is hard to follow. Our faith is hard to follow.
Beautiful song. My faith is hard to follow, Logan J Parker.
I think the other thing that occurs to me as well, some of that imagery is not something you immediately think of when you think of Portugal.
No.
And I love that. It's just what a beautiful advert for the country of Harvard. And look at that shot there. Sunset, hay bales, my goodness me.
Beaches,
sea, beach,
sea, kites,
blue skies, my God. Yeah.
Oh, you're not going to see those for a while now.
Yeah, no, thanks for reminding me. No, you're right. And we can't even leave to go anywhere else. We're kind of stuck here as well. It's not like we can go where the sun is. Not allowed to do that either.
Yeah.
So. Well, could be worse.
It is what it is,
worse.
as they say. It
Could be
is what
worse.
it is.
We might not have no internet and no music. How bad would that be then? My goodness me.
That would suck.
That would
put it mildly.
very, very badly suck. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, definitely. Right, let's play out with our last video. Martin, as always,
Goodbye.
absolute pleasure.
Splendid.
It's another Monday.
It's been amazing. I want to know how
Yeah.
the how's Fortnite going in the background? Can you tell if you're winning? What happens? How does it work? Do you get a score?
Listen,
What goes on?
they build things. I'm still trying to figure this
okay.
Fortnite thing out. They
Yeah.
build like wooden stairs, and then they
Yeah.
build more, and
Okay.
then they build more,
This is probably
And then they
oversimplified,
build
but
more.
okay.
and build more, and then they kill each other.
Brilliant. Sounds like fun.
That's
Let's try
Fortnite,
it.
hey? Jill,
Okay.
in a nutshell? Pretty much. In
Okay.
a nutshell. That's Fortnite.
Good description. We'll put that on the packaging in future.
Yeah, build something and then kill each other. So Fortnite, the game that builds something and kills each other.
Love it.
Oh, I give up. I love it. Love it. Let's go to...
It's
There
been
we
splendid.
go.
We'll do this all again
As
next week,
always.
shall we?
We shall, and we'll get our lineup a bit earlier. Amy's going to be kicking my ass, making sure I get all my stuff together, and make sure we get all our artists lined up. Can't wait.
We want people watching. If you're watching this and you enjoyed it, let other people know. Tell them about it. Get
Yes.
them online. Show them the show. Tell them it's live every Monday, and we will build the future together.
And subscribe to our YouTube channel and switch on notifications on YouTube so that you can be notified whenever we go
Well
live.
said. We'll build our future together, and then we'll kill each other.
Oh, brilliant. It's only Monday. Well, what better way to end off a Monday show than with some good old-fashioned rock and roll.
Rock and roll. Come on.
Add to stream. There they are. Right, let's do this. Is it Ethyl? Is it
Ethyl Ether.
Ethyl Ether. Why do I keep wanting to say Ethyl Ether? What am I doing? I'll get there. I will get there.
Either or.
Ethyl Ether. Ethyl Ether and
Ode.
Ode. Here we go.
Bye.
Cheers. See you next week.
In the bedroom on the carpet is the blood I see when she's standing